Everybody's running and the world it gets so crazy. People work so hard, there's no time to be lazy. The weekend comes, I'm down with that. Grab your ball, grab your bat, head to the beach, grab some rays. Better hurry up, just got 2 days. Playing games, hanging out, roller coaster, there's no doubt. Go to the mall, lot of fun, pizza ride. It's time for all of us to break it on out. Hey, that's what the weekend's all about. Best bus hanging strong, best friends can do no wrong. Just 2 days, we need more. Video games, I'll beat your score. Watch cartoons on TV, drink that frosty sugar free. That's what we like to do. Come on, y'all, I'll talk to you. Oh, I'm living for the weekend. I'm living for the weekend. Hey!
Do you know what the 4 cheeses are in this 4-cheese facial? Nope, but if you guess them, you get a free Parmesan rubdown.
Therapeutic pizza dough wrap. Ha! I feel like a gigantic pig in a blanket.
This marinara foot soak is great. This is Carver Descartes, the voice of Bahia Bay Middle School, coming to you live from radio station KQXR, where the rockin' jocks don't ever stop. Thank you, thank you. Please keep the applause down.
After that, I'm just trying to keep my lunch down.
So, Carver's acting weird, even for him. It's all because they chose him to be KQXR's voice of Bahia Bay Middle School. He gets to go on the radio every Sunday and talk about what's up at school. Sports, gossip, where Chloe Montez got her head stuck. You know, that kind of thing.
It's just the first step toward my ultimate goal, total world domination, and having my own line of shoes.
There, wasn't that refreshing?
Well, it's the most fun I've ever had. Except maybe the time a hornet stung my eyeball.
I feel like the inside of a calzone.
You might want to keep it down. The voice here has to prepare.
Nah, I'm just gonna wing it. It's what us radio professionals call improvising.
Well, being totally unprepared is what I call being lazy.
I'm just keeping it real, baby. The people want raw, spontaneous talent, and I'm full of it.
You certainly are.
Hey, Tino's mom, what is this stuff? It's actually pretty good.
It's my own invention. I call it squudge.
Squudge?
Yeah, squudge. It's fudge made out of squid. More?
No thanks.
This is Jan the Man.
It's starting.
Hey, yowza. It's time to introduce the new voice of Bahia Bay Middle School, Carver Descartes.
All right.
Yeah!
The voice of Bahia Bay Middle School, Carver Descartes.
Yeah, this is Carver Day. So, slide, football,
Something about a flute ball game, is that it? Okay, how many syllables? Okay, we seem to be having some technical difficulties with our middle school report. And now, the latest from Chum Bucket, Carburetor Gibbon Rhinoplasty.
around. Now? Good.
You've been avoiding us all week. What's going on?
I just didn't think you guys would want to hang out with a total loser.
It's never stopped us before.
You're making too much of this radio thing. So you choked on the air. Big deal. I bet no one even heard it.
You're the jerk who choked on the air. I'd beat you up, but I don't want to get loser germs on my fists.
You have sullied the honor of Bahia Bay Middle School. I revile you!
That was even stupider than the time you came to school with no pants on.
Thought I dreamed that.
Okay, so everyone heard the show. What's the big deal?
Face it, guys. I was a complete failure.
But Carver, you knucklehead, you didn't even write anything.
Yeah, if you don't prepare and give something your best effort, you can't really say you failed at it. Is that like a rule? Yes.
Cool. That means I've never failed at anything.
Tish is right, Carv. You have to get back on the horse that threw you.
It didn't just throw me. It kicked me and trampled me and left me broken and bleeding in a shallow ditch at the side of the road.
Wow. Colorful.
My radio career is over, guys. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to spend the next 40 years in my attic.
Man, that must be a pretty nice attic. What?
Seriously, what'd I say? What?
Come on, Mr. Scooty.
And now, a very special episode of the Lil Muffins Fun Barn.
Dude, you don't look so good.
I'm fine. I was just thinking about my lost hopes. Just thinking about my shattered dreams. Just thinking about a sandwich.
Carver, you are descending into a vortex of negative thinking. I am putting a stop to it right now, and you are getting back on that horse.
Again with a horse? You know, I'm really more of a cat person.
By using the principles of behavior modification, I, Tish Katsifrakis, will get Carver out of his funk.
Your taste in jewelry leaves something to be desired.
It's a rubber band. Every time you have a negative thought about the radio report, you simply snap it.
Ow!
And this will accomplish what?
By snapping the rubber band, Carver interrupts his negative thought, then quickly replaces it with a positive one, like seeing himself succeed on the radio tomorrow.
Ow!
Okay, you might want to wait until you actually think a negative.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Right. Now, let's replace those negative thoughts with a positive.
Ow! 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 Now all I can think about is my sore wrist.
At least you're not thinking about failing miserably on the radio.
Well, now I am, thank you very much. Ow! 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 Ow!
Carv, this is a little game my mom and I play when I obsess about stuff too much.
Dude, when are you not obsessing about stuff too much?
Okay, so we play it a lot. It's called The Worst Thing That Could Happen.
Sounds cheery.
And here's how it goes. You ask yourself, what's the worst thing that could happen? Over and over until you realize that all the stuff you're imagining is so dumb, it isn't even worth worrying about. So, Carv, imagine the worst thing that could happen if you went back on the radio.
Well, I could go in, totally choke, be really bad, get suspended from school, be kicked out by my parents, hop a freight train out west, get arrested for being a hobo, and end up on a chain gang with a guy named Lenny who calls me George, keeps talking about the rabbits.
Okay, you're not allowed to use your imagination anymore.
When I get ready for a big game, I go over it in my head and imagine exactly what I'll do to win. It's called playing the inner game.
But
On your feet! Close your eyes. See yourself in the radio station. The microphone is right in front of you. Describe what happens next.
take a deep breath, and the red light goes on, and it's the red light. Abort mission! Abort mission! Mayday! Mayday!
And I think in sports, that's what we'd call a fumble.
Quitting is a big mistake, Carver.
Look, I am clearly not fit to be the voice of Bahia Bay. Don't worry, I'm perfectly content being the voice of total failure.
You could start with being the voice of mediocrity and work your way down from there. What? I'm about to get the if you don't have something nice to say lecture again, huh?
Hey, yowza! Let me guess, you're quitting.
Yeah, I figured I better quit while I was behind.
Oh, I see. You've got RPS.
RPS?
Rookie Panic Syndrome. One bad show and you fold like a house of cards on a waterbed.
Well, what else can I do?
Accept it and move on. Look, kid, I just don't want you to pull a Rudy.
Huh?
That's Rudy, over there. He's our plant maintenance technician, which is a fancy way of saying he polishes leaves for a living.
Nice gig.
Rudy was the voice of Bahia Bay Middle School years ago. And you know what he did? He didn't even write his report. He was just gonna wing it on the air. Can you imagine that? What a bonehead!
Yeah, bonehead.
So of course he choked his first time out, then he up and quit. He couldn't stand the pressure and he's never been right since.
This is Rudy with a middle school update. No, timing's off. Bad Rudy, bad Rudy. Rudy must be punished.
You owe it to yourself to give it another try. Go home, write your report, and practice, practice, practice. I guarantee your next report will go better.
Thanks, I think. Hey, do you realize you just went like a whole minute without saying hey, yowza?
Hey, yowza!
I knew it was too good to last.
So, did you quit?
Ha! Carver Descartes? Quit? I'm no rookie.
Did I skip a few pages here, or has Carver's attitude undergone a major adjustment?
Oh, yeah. Saddle me up, guys. I'm getting back on that horse and riding into the winner's circle.
Way to go!
The voice of Bahia Bay Middle School, Carver Descartes!
Attention, middle school sports fans. Bahia Bay creamed Campo Fields in last week's football game. Go Possums! And coming up next, fashion tips for the fall.
Way to go!
And to celebrate, I made a big double batch of squudge.
Yeah.
So, looks like Carver's back to normal. But more importantly, he's one step closer to total world domination. Man, I better start kissing up to him now. Later days.